going on, guys? In this episode, we received a package in the mail that's full of horsepower. All right. So that's right, guys. We finally received our Torqstorm Supercharger. This is a centrifugal supercharger that we're gonna bolt onto this bad unit right here. And if you're new to the channel, I'm Joby. This is the Natural Gearhead Garage. Well, this isn't the Natural Gearhead Garage. Stand by. That over there is the Natural Gearhead Garage. So we're planning on bolting this thing on. Let me tell you a little bit about this truck if you're unfamiliar and you're new to the channel. So this is my 1981 Chevy C10 Silverado Edition, which means you got the power brakes, the power steering, tilt wheel, power locks, power windows, factory air conditioning, which is a big deal back in 1981. Nowadays, you just kind of expect it, but back then, that was a big deal. It doesn't work, and we're going to eliminate it, but it does have it. So it has a 5.3 LS swap in it, backed by a turbo 350 transmission, factory rear end with a 273 gear set and a spool. I'm going to get rid of the spool at some point and upgrade the gears to like a 373 or a 410, depends on our transmission, because the turbo 350 probably will not hold up once we start adding the horsepower. So we'll have to upgrade that to either a T56 manual or a turbo 400 or a 480, something like that. The truck, we're looking to just basically have a lot of fun with it, do cruise-ins, car shows, sick week, and a bunch of burnouts. Basically just have fun with the truck. So now that you have a good idea of what the truck has and what we're looking to do with the truck, I say we take this box inside the shop, start opening it, see what's inside the thing, let you know what kit I went with, and basically just let you see what you get in the box. So let's get it in there, get it opened up, see what we got. All right, so we got everything in the shop. Let's get this box opened up and see what we got. First of all, this kit that I went with is their LS Tuner Transplant Kit. Oh man, it's a box inside of a box. Stand by. Alrighty. Oh, hold up. We got a little roller here. Supercharged Torqstorm license plate frame. That's pretty sick. Let's see, so is the ARP K-GM LS 1003 with ATI. I opted out for the ATI damper just by talking to Chris over there in sales. He said that the stock dampers are very prone to breaking. Yep, got a little weight to it. Yes. Woo, yeah, that one's got a little weight to it. And this has a whole list of everything that should be in here. And it says it's okay to ship, so it should be dialed in. Let's get a razor blade. And my experience with dealing with this company so far has been awesome. I haven't installed it yet, obviously. We haven't even unboxed it. But just going through the ordering process, they told me it'd take 4 weeks to build the kit and send it out. They asked me like what kind of build I'm doing, what engine, what power I'm looking for, all that, so that they could set it up for me specifically, or you specifically if this is what you're ordering. They went with a 3 1/4 inch pulley, which isn't their biggest pulley, but it's, I think, second to biggest, to give me the boost that I was looking for, which I think I'm going to be around 10 pounds. And he said it'll give me some room to grow. So, wow, there's a lot of stuff in here, actually. So, looks like we got a V-band clamp. This is going to be for the blow-off valve, some of the bracketry, and the vacuum hose, and a bung, I guess you'd call it, to put your blow-off valve on. Bunch of hardware. Looks like quality hardware. Allen head cap screws. Like that. That's nice. Here is the pulley that you'll bolt on. Let's see if we can kind of open it up so you can get a look at it. It's nice. It's all billet stuff. So I believe it's an 8 rib. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rib. And this will bolt right onto your crank pulley, your existing crank pulley. And that'll extend it out so that you can put your belt on there for your supercharger. Definitely gonna need that. It looks like a quality piece. Let's see what else we got in here. All right, so here is, oh, it's a Dayco, which is nice. A Dayco tensioner. Nice name brand piece there. I like that. No knockoff stuff. Dayco makes a good piece. Let's see here. Oh, this is the, so this is for your thermostat. So it's a thermostat housing. It's a straight piece, which I guess you need for clearance. The factory one for your thermostat neck housing will not fit. Let's see what we got in this box here. This box is, the first box was full of boxes, and then this box is full of boxes. Looks like it's packed really well, which is nice when you spend this amount of money on something. For some people, maybe it's not a lot, but for me, it's a lot of cash. So here is the blow-off valve. It's all etched on there with Torqstorm. Looks like a good piece. Feels quality. Like that. Stick that back in there. Stick it to the side. Let's see what else. Let's keep digging here. Oh, here's all the bracketry. Wow, these are nice. Wait till you see this. Yeah, look how nice a machine that piece is right there. Solid billet. Man, that's nice. I like that. That is a quality piece right there. And again, it looks really good, and I've read good things and did a lot of research, but until I get to fitting these parts, that's when I really make my determination, I guess. There's another billet bracket here. I'm not real sure where it goes yet because I've never installed one of these. Oh, it came with a crank pin kit, which is nice. Got all your pins in there. This is a drill guide so that you can pin the crank yourself. That's nice. And what else? Oh, it even came with a drill bit. Nice. Full kit there to pin your crank. You definitely want to do that when you're doing a supercharger like this, or you will definitely slip the balancer, and you don't want that to happen. That's bad news. This is another Dayco piece here. Another tensioner. All right, this one's a little different. It's a smooth style, and it looks like their own piece here. It looks like they made this. Looks like a billet piece to me. Yeah, well, it says ARP on it. But anyway, it's a Dayco tensioner. That's nice, so I guess we need 2 of those. And again, I've never installed one of these, so hopefully it goes smooth. We know how everything goes smooth on this channel. Okay, what's in this box? It says filter. I'm guessing a filter. Stand by. Ooh, that's nice. Is this a K&N? Doesn't say K&N, but looks like one. Looks like a quality filter. So we'll see how that works out. Sometimes you read about filters pulling horsepower. So this is here's the belt. Came with the belt that you need. And again, another Dayco belt. What else we got here? Oh, some more pulleys. Boy, more pulleys than I thought. So this is another smooth pulley. Now these don't have the tensioner on them. But again, these are all custom pieces here. You can tell that wow, that's nice. Let's see what kind of bearings, if it says on here. It's hard to tell. NTN. It's a nice piece right there. And it's definitely, so far from what I'm seeing, it's quality stuff, and I like that it's made right here in the US of A. I'm down with that. So another 8-rib pulley. Another really nice looking piece. Next thing we got in here is the ATI Super Damper. Now this was a pretty expensive add-on right here. I'm not going to pull it out because we already know what it is. It's going to be the whole kit in here. Probably, let's see. It's packed well. This is right from ATI. Couple stickers and instructions and whatnot to go ahead and get this installed. I've seen guys who said they don't run the damper or whatever, but I've also seen a lot of catastrophic pictures of people not running it. Once you start running a belt-driven supercharger on a stock balancer, they tend to come apart. And when they come apart at 6,500 RPMs, it's going to do some damage under the hood of your vehicle. So I'd rather not take that chance. And after talking to Chris over there at Torqstorm, he made total sense. And he, obviously has seen a lot of stuff since they're the ones who build this, and if anything goes wrong, guess who they call? They got those guys on the horn yelling down their neck, trying to blame them, right? Even though, they recommend you getting it, but people don't want to spend the money on it, which I didn't want to spend the money either, but spend the money once, cry once. That's what I've always heard. So that's what I did. Spent the money on it. So let's go to box number 2. So I'm hoping in this box, we find a supercharger, form fit foam. Yes, sir. There it is right there. Let me pull this thing out and let you get a better look at it. Oh my goodness, it looks beautiful. Stand by. All right, here she is. There's one of the part of the business end right there. All billet case. The 3.25 inch, like I said, that's what they recommended for my build and boost levels. The pulley, this is a beautiful piece right here. Look at this, superchargers filled with 6 ounces of redline oil. Okay, so this, what's nice about these superchargers, they're self-contained. You just change the oil every set amount of miles. You don't have to run an oil feed and a drain and all that like you do on a turbo or some of the other centrifugal superchargers. It's all billet and it's right here. Look at this plaque right here. That's what it's all about. Got an American flag and proudly made in the USA. I'll pay extra money for something like that. And these guys have just been, like I said, great to work with so far. I can't wait to get this thing installed. Been wanting to do some boost for a long time. And this is what's gonna get us there. So we got the kit all laid out here and you can just see how quality these pieces are. Also, I didn't mention that it's got a brand new damper bolt, which on your LS engine, these are not reusable. It's a stretch bolt, so it comes with a new one of those. That'll save you, gosh, I think those are like 30 bucks, I don't know. And that's your V-band that was in there earlier. Also, let's look at this real quick, the installation guide. These instructions that it comes with is not your typical just instructions that you get printed on a piece of paper where you can barely see it because it's been printed so many times and you can barely make it out and it gives you a little information here and there. This is like a magazine, basically. So it's got the part number for your kit on here, so you know you have the instructions for the proper kit. Mine's the LS transplant kit. So this kit is geared towards doing LS swaps in old vehicles, C10s, third gen Camaros, anything that didn't come with an LS from the factory. This is the kit that's geared towards that kind of swap, I guess you would say. You put an LS engine in something that didn't come with it. Now, before you order, I suggest you give them a call over there. You'll probably talk to Chris in sales. The guy's super knowledgeable, and they'll make sure that you get the kit that you need for your project and kind of geared towards your project. Now, back to this installation guide. This thing is awesome. This is not your normal instructions. Look, it's all colored pictures, very clear, so you can see everything step by step. Gives you the torques for all your bolts as it's going along. Each step, all the torques are in there. Gives you what bolts, how many you need, the size bolts you're putting in. It's even got, I don't know if you could see that, but in the pictures, it shows arrows with the exact bolts that go in the exact place. So there's not a lot left to the imagination. It basically lays it out step by step. So this should be a really easy install. For me, it always goes sideways. But looking at this right here, I think we have a really good chance of having a nice, straightforward install. These are awesome right here. So also, if you go in the back, I did see, look at this. Oh, upside down. It's got all the bracket layouts and shows you dimensions, how everything goes. Man, this is super nice, super thorough. This is gonna be very helpful when you install this kit, that is for sure. I am gonna go over this little checklist here, even though they already did, says okay to ship. So somebody already checked it. And just going by the quality of the instructions and all the pieces here, I have fairly high confidence that everything is gonna be here. But you know what? I'll check it just in case so I don't get in the middle of the install and something got missed and I have a problem. The thing you're gonna need is fueling, which this truck, we did put a new fuel system in it. We got plenty of fuel line. It's dash 8 going in, 6 going back. But I put a 255 pump in this. Not sure that's enough pump. We'll probably go up to a 340, possibly even a 450 because I want room to grow. So we might go to a 450, which is gonna include, we're gonna have to do some wiring and stuff. You also need injectors, right? So putting some boost in there, you're gonna make more power, a lot more air, you need more fuel. These little stock injectors that are in this, not gonna handle it. So gonna have to get some injectors. There's some few things that you're gonna have to upgrade. You can't just bolt this onto a factory engine. I guess you could, but it's not gonna last very long. I'll tell you that right now. And you gotta build your cold side. So figure out, a lot of guys don't intercool. I'm intercooling mine. You can use meth injection if you want. It's basically sky's the limit on how you wanna build that side. And I think that's why they have this tuner kit to allow you to figure out what you wanna do for your personal build. I'll wrap the video up right there, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you watching. Comment down below on anything that you want to see with this or have any questions about the kit. Hopefully I can answer that for you. If I can't, I'll get the answers and get them back to you. And like, subscribe, share, all those things because we need the channel to grow a little bit. Spending some cash like this puts a little hole in the wallet, if you know what I'm saying. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to bring you along with me on the install of this whole thing. And you're going to see me either have a whole lot of fun or a little bit of fun, and then it's going to blow up. But I hope not. So we'll see what happens. But again, thanks again for watching. See you in the next video.